Ladies, listen up. The Master Milker's got the lead mic today. We're going to try something new, all right? What's up, dickheads? All right, so I am the Master Milker, the one and only Michael Segovia, and with me, as always, a longtime friend, my heterosexual life partner, Garrett Cookie Commander Smith.
Yes, sir.
How are you today, my friend?
I'm good.
How is it now feeling to be on the other side of the table, per se, now with me taking lead for today's episode?
Honestly, it's a very nice change. I mean, I don't mind taking point. It's not an issue, but sometimes I feel like I talk too much. So it's nice that you're talking.
I think the fans would agree, but
yeah, I'm sure.
Well, the reason being why we're going to switch it up here today is because I thought it'd be a good idea to finish off the Reflection of Flesh, the band interviews. As everybody knows, Garrett is part of the band. He is the guitarist. So we'll go ahead and just kind of jump right into it. And I'm sure a lot of people that already know you know how long you've been playing and, so your favorite bands and things like that. So I'm not going to really ask you too many questions like that. But was it always the guitar for you? I always wondered that.
Yeah. I mean, like, usually with musicians, they're prone to certain instruments because they're surrounded by certain instruments. I mean, does it happen that somebody who has a background in cello out of nowhere just say I want to start playing piano? Like, no, it's not too rare, but for the most part, stringed instruments kind of stick with stringed instruments. And even though piano is a stringed instrument, if you're gonna be a fucking prick. But yeah, my sister played guitar. My sister's always been super, super talented musically. She plays saxophone. She plays guitar. She plays she plays one of the stringy ones. I forget if it's violin or cello. But either way, she played guitar a lot, and I always thought it was cool. And she, when she'd be over, her guitar would be over. Sis, can I play your guitar? And it would just be me fucking doing a lot of nothing. But eventually she was just like, do you really want to learn how to play something? And I was like, sure, why not? And then after about 2 minutes of me trying to learn something, I was like, fuck this. I'm good. I can't do this. I don't have the patience for it. So I'm straight. And then that's when the skateboarding was really, gaining traction. And then I racked my balls really hard. And then it was like, okay, you could either get good at skateboarding, and like in all actuality, if I'd really pushed the gas down like I did with guitar, something might have popped out of it, but I've always just been too big, too fat for that shit. So then I decided, I'll just play guitar instead. It's pretty cool. So that's when I just picked the guitar. The bass, because the bass is a guitar, it's a bass guitar, but it's 4 strings. You can never really hear the bass. And sorry, Phil, but most bass players are kind of weird. Didn't want to be that guy. If I'm gonna be a fucking rock star, like I want to be up on front. I want to be, and I'm not saying the bass players are up front either. So again, sorry, Phil. But I'm just saying, like, it's the drummer and the guitar player. Really, if you're thinking about it, it's like, yeah. So yeah.
Phil started off with the cello, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he switched to the
good
bass.
memory. Good memory. Queuing up episode. I don't know what episode that is, but the Philip Wright interview. Go check that out. It's a good episode. Yeah.
So then, would you say that your sister's kind of been your first influence to play because you would always see her play?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Does she know that? You ever tell her that?
All
cool,
the time.
Cool.
All the time. Whenever I see her, and she'll ask how's the band doing and everything like that, and she's like, yeah, it's good. And just, if it wasn't for you, I always say that, and it's the truth. It is the truth, because what was it? When the ants come marching in, I think that was the song. For whatever reason, I just was always mystified when she would play that shit on her acoustic, and it was just like, teach me. So yeah,
That's
definitely my sister Laura, for sure. Big shout out, love you, sis.
So then, how long have you exactly been playing? Once you actually decided you want to do that, because I know you said you picked it up and it was like, fuck this, and then you did the skateboarding and racked your nuts, and then was that at that point when you were kind of like, yeah, I think I can kind of really put some time into that, or was there something specific that happened? Because I know like, what was that freshman year that you really kind of got into it more?
Yeah, yeah.
So then was that the time when we're like hanging around with certain people and just you guys always talking about it? Like,
Yeah.
how'd that really get going for you? What really was just like, all right, this is what I want to do?
Well, 7th and 8th grade, it was very under wraps. I didn't really make it public knowledge that I was showing interest in guitar. That was more of the skating stuff, which, you were around for. Anthony and Jake and Nick and Kyle and Mike and all those guys. So, like, again, it wasn't something that I ever really brought up to people. But then, obviously, once we got to high school, freshman year hit, started hanging out with Jake a bit more, and he played guitar. And, like...
Yeah, I remember when he got that Les Paul.
The Epiphone, I was just like, dude, that's the best motherfucking guitar ever.
It was a nice-looking one,
yeah,
too.
Yeah. Piece of shit. But but yeah, so hanging out with other people who showed interest in playing guitar, again, you'd bump into people at school or bump into people at parties, they'd bring the guitar and they'd start playing, and then you just start to get this idea in your head like, oh man, usually the guy with the guitar, he's pretty cool, a lot of eyes on that, and I'm very egotistical. So I was like, I want to do that.
Yeah, just slot me in right away.
Yeah, right, exactly. So then, yeah, that's when I would say that the summer fucking cat is going crazy in the bathroom right now. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Pause that. We'll just let this keep running. Hang on.
All right.
I'll cut it out.
All right. Fucking cat. Dude, my dog's been starting to take shit out of the goddamn garbage can in the bathroom. No, Athena, the little dickhead cat,
twat.
or the little cat dog, whatever you want to call it. Cat, dude, that dog's gotta be like the least hated animal in that house by the other animals.
Okay. So yeah, freshman year of high school. That's when I really made the decision that I'm gonna get better at guitar playing.
So then, at that point, you had done a few bands. What was one of your favorite bands to be in the time between when you started playing in high school to Reflection of Flesh?
Well, I mean, everything that I've ever done musically, as far as like playing in bands, all of it's been fun. All of it has been. So it's really hard to like put a finger on it, just because like right now, things have been the best that they've ever been.
Right.
So like it's hard to say like, yeah, that shit band that I was in fucking freshman year of high school, yeah, that was the best. And I can't say that. But like it was fun, like Dutch Hater. Like, dude, who doesn't fucking I know nobody knows what we're talking about but me, you, and Randy, but like that's great. That was so much fun, and it taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? It taught me a lot. What are you laughing at?
That's fucking song, dude.
Dutch Hater. Yeah.
Oh man, that was on tape somewhere. Imagine
I know,
finding
right, dude. That fucking gem, that goddamn diamond in the rough.
Well, I guess I should say it more like, because you did another project with Dusty before.
Yeah.
So being in that was what you, Bill, Dusty, Nick,
Radish,
and Brandon. Yeah, okay. Fuck, what was that? Was that Shaded Morality?
That was Shaded Morality.
Okay, see, I might not pay attention to all your band stuff, but I
come to the shows or anything.
No, hey, I buy your merch though.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
I buy your fucking merch.
Yeah, you come to the important ones. That's what matters.
So, I guess we'll scratch that question. I'll make a new one up right now. How was it for that transition to do that band with Shade Morality to get into Reflection of Flesh that already had Nick and Dusty in it when you were down in Illinois? So obviously that was some years in between, but that was because you still stayed in contact with Nick, right?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of like, fuck it, hey man, come on up here, or how did that transpire? Because had Nick not reached out to you, because you weren't really playing at that time either.
No, I didn't have any equipment. I didn't have anything.
So if Nick hadn't reached out to you or anything like that,
I very well could still be in Illinois.
Like I guess I want to know like how do you feel about like that? Because now you don't really even talk to Nick all that much.
It's really funny. Emily just asked me that the other night. She's like, "When's the last time you talked to Radish?" And I was just like, "Huh, it's been a while. It's been a fucking hot minute." Like, dude, yeah, it's been a hot minute already. But like, I've reached out to him a couple of times. if it's not on his prerogative, it's not on his prerogative. Whatever. I don't have time to fucking chase people around, and I miss the kid to death, and it fucking kills me. It hurts my heart. I mean, obviously this year has been slow because of this COVID shit, but like the moves that we're making, the things that we have planned, the shows that we've gotten confirmed for the end of the year, like, you know, if they do happen, fucking fingers and butt cheeks crossed. But like that kid should be here for all of that because it was his idea, and he did bring me in. So it feels very awkward at times, but at the same time, you know, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I'd much rather you not be in the band and be happy than be in the band and be fucking miserable.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just
absolutely.
gonna fuck everything else up. So, you know, whatever. No hard feelings. You know, he's still my homie. One of the fucking OGs. Not, you know, a band, you know, isn't gonna fuck that up. But with that being said, Nick, dude, if you're listening, man, fucking hit me up, bitch. God damn. Motherfucker, I still got your pedal. I got your pedal sitting in the jam spot, man. It's been sitting there fucking forever. Luckily, it's in a fucking Tupperware case. Otherwise, I'd be collecting dust. Fucker. But to answer your question, back in the day with Shaded Morality, that was not right out of high school, but that was like early 20s Garrett. You know, that was early 20s musician Garrett, and early 20s musician Garrett didn't know what the fuck he was doing aside from play his guitar. You know, I'm talking myself in the third person. It's really bad. Aside from playing my guitar, that's all I really like was worried about, was just making sure that I could play my guitar, I could write good riffs, and that we could play live. You know, when we got the opportunities, whenever we would get the opportunities, we'd put on a good show. So like that was my biggest concern, because we had gone through Brian, we went through Dusty, and then we went through Tim, and then the band broke up. But either way, when Dusty hopped in, Dusty was the first like exposure, because like I remember when he joined the band like shot up by like 1,000 likes within a week, and it was like, whoa.
How did you find him again?
Milwaukee Rocks, MilwaukeeRocks.com. Yeah, just he had just moved down from fucking Wausau, and you know he was looking to do some music, so he put an ad out on Milwaukee Rocks. I did. Oh, fuck yeah, I did for sure. I'm always on top of that sort of shit, man. Like especially now, like I'm really big on taking the initiative, like the booking management company. Like that shit was my idea. Like I made that shit happen. And I'm not saying that I'm patting myself on the back, but like
You're patting yourself on the back.
yeah, fucking absolutely right. Goddamn right I am, because I deserve that shit. Because we are like at Toledo Death Fest. That's gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's
Mushroomhead's fucking headlining that show.
That's actually another one of the questions I had for you too. Is with everything that's been going on, I know you guys had to cancel some shows like many other bands. But what is the current state of your guys' plans for the rest of this year? I mean, it's already fucking May.
Yeah.
And you guys haven't really had anything.
So the original plan was to go back to the studio April 21st through the 27th, I think, 26th, something like that. We were going to record the new album then, and then it was going to be released end of May, I'm pretty sure, if memory serves correct. End of May, beginning of June, something like that. That's been obviously postponed. Now our new recording date is scheduled for August 11th through the 15th.
Of course.
So I know, buddy. I'm sorry, but it's not like you're gonna do anything for your birthday, anyways.
It's a Saturday. What are you talking about?
Then come to Minnesota with us.
Minnesota?
Mm-hmm. Come live like rock stars.
Yeah, maybe.
For real. You're more than welcome to come.
Yeah, right. And there's no way Jenny would let me go for a week. Oh, wait. So let me get this straight. You're just going to go with a rock band to go record an album for a week?
It's like 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
4 days.
You're not doing drugs and drinking and doing coke off a stripper's titties.
Here it is again.
That's why she won't let me go.
Yeah. But no, in the studio, second week in August, releasing the album on November 6th. That's when we have the album release show planned at the what is it? The Captain Pabst Pilot House, formerly the Pabst Tap Room. They're rebranding. They're just rebranding.
That place is nice.
Hell yeah, dude. That's a solid venue. Fuck yeah. That's a great venue. And we're really, really looking forward to ripping that place apart. Because I can tell you one thing. If these shows do actually happen, they're allowed to happen. People are so fucking cooped up, and they're going so stir crazy that those shows are going to be fucking bangers. So definitely, if those shows do go down, you definitely want to be there for those.
You ever see that video of that dog that's like sitting in the box?
He's just fucking bouncing around. It's the one song that I always hear with that though is just like fucking jump around, jump, and get down, jump. Yeah, Emily fucking loses her shit every time she sees that video.
I always picture it in my head that dog's listening to Walk With Me in Hell.
Just fucking get ready for the fucking mosh pit started, you fucking motherfuckers. Dude, I'll share it to you after this, but
share it to the page.
No, it's unrelated, but Lamb of God, their entire set at Resurrection Fest from just this last year, dude, when they play Walk With Me in Hell. Like, you remember from the DVD when it was just like that shit, like, dude, it's even better now because like they're that much bigger.
I still get goosebumps when I hear that song because of, like, just watching that DVD and then like we watched that numerous times.
So many times, bro.
Countless times coming back from the bar, Taco Bell, fucking 3:30 in the morning. Let's watch Lamb of God.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just fucking. Yeah, fuck yeah. But yeah, that song, it's fucking crazy. It's intense. But yeah, studio in August, release show in November. And then we have Toledo Death Fest, which is July 25th. We have 2 shows that we're going to play. It's going to be a 3-day stretch. I'm pretty sure we're going to be somewhere in Chicago, Indiana, and then we're going to end in Ohio for Toledo Death Fest.
Okay, I didn't know that. I could totally try to do that because it's what, 3 shows within a span of how many days?
3 days.
Oh, dude, yeah. And then especially if I get someone to watch the kids for a few days, because we could end in Ohio. I'd just make Jenny come with me, and we can go visit her family in Ohio too.
Yeah, 2 for
tight.
2 for.
That's gonna be. How you sell that one.
That's gonna be such a fun run. I'm just hoping that it happens. You know, we're still in limbo.
I don't know. No, states are starting to open up.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, people are gonna be very, very hesitant about mass groups of people. But at the same time, again, people are like, dude, I need a fucking show right now. So like,
dude, you
I'm
see
not
how many
too
people
worried.
are at fucking Walmart on a daily fucking basis?
Yeah.
Dude, people are going to the stores just to get out of the house.
Yeah.
They're just buying shit just to be out of the fucking house.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Nobody's afraid of this virus anymore.
You're right.
But anyways,
all right. Well, what's your next question then, hombre?
Well, where do you see the band in the next 5 years? Like, honestly, I'm sure everybody likes to hear like to say, oh, selling out arenas and stadiums and fucking world tour.
Yeah,
like,
that's not.
I want to know, like, where you honestly see yourself. Like,
realistically, I feel like we're on the precipice right now to start doing some bigger runs, bigger tours. We've built up enough street cred, I feel like, in our local market and markets adjacent that we can pull off tours. And especially with the backing of the Legend Agency kind of pointing us in the right direction, booking those shows and getting us on bigger bills. 5 years from now, assuming everybody's still fucking rocking and rolling, which I definitely don't see anybody stopping anytime soon, I would say we would be the band. So like you go to an Ozfest. All right, we'll use that as an example, or an open air, or a Riot Fest, or some crazy shit like that. There's always going to be 2 stages, at least. Mm-hmm. Usually it's 2 stages. There's the main stage, and then there's the side stage. I feel like in 5 years, Reflection of Flesh will be the 4:30, 5 o'clock slot on the second stage. But realistically, if you're playing your cards right, and you're not acting a complete fool with your ass out, you can make some decent money doing that. You really can. Split between the guarantee, because I mean, eventually by then, instead of there's certain shows and there's certain ways shows are set up for bands where like you'll get a percentage of the door, or you'll get a percentage of the door and a percentage of the bar, or you won't get any of that and you just get a guarantee, or if it's a bigger show, you have to pay to play the show. Like you pay $300 or something, or $200, and you get X amount of tickets. You sell the tickets, you get your money back, and then you're on this big bill. So I mean, there's a whole different gamut of show styles. But I feel like at that time, 5 years from now, and especially with just what we've accomplished in the first 2 years, going on 3 years now, which is fucking crazy. I feel like we'll be one of those middle of the day, right before like the real bands start on the main stage, side stage bands. That's where I feel like we'll be in 5 years. If we keep doing what we're doing and we keep grinding the way we've been grinding, that's where we'll be for sure, without a doubt. which is okay with me, man. Because
But that's just like what you're thinking as the ceiling currently. Like for where in 5 years, this is where I think we could be. But
no.
in
I'm
5
saying
years, you could actually be like you could be that.
Oh yeah,
that 9 o'clock show or
could
whatever.
be the first band on the main stage. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know these things. You're absolutely right.
So you're just kind of like this is what your mind's thinking. Like
I'm trying to be.
This is what I'm projecting we could be in 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as realistic as possible.
Well, of
because,
course.
Again, the selling out arena tours, like you have to be fucking Motley Crue. You have to be Lamb of God.
Yep.
You have to be a big band that's been around for 20 plus years to sell out arenas and shit like that. I mean, obviously we want to be able to sell
Bieber
tickets.
does it pretty easily.
But you're just buying you're selling the name,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's about the genre though.
Either way around it, yeah. But there is a big resurgence of metal in the national market, so to speak.
I would say so too.
That's exciting. I've been saying it for fucking years, man. We're right on the edge. We're doing this like tight wire fucking dance. Mm-hmm. It's just gonna take one person to just give that guy on the wire just that one good shove. Go ahead, and then it's all gonna fucking fall. And then all of a sudden it's gonna be like glam metal again all over.
It could be this whole like quarantine thing. Think about it, man.
Yeah.
People are gonna be longing for a show. Like,
we'll
get fucking faces melted. Like,
fuck yeah.
There's gonna be. What do you think would be a bigger draw? Going to a local establishment to be able to see a local band, or actually, no, I already know the answer.
I was gonna say whatever you were gonna say after or that one. I want to pick that one.
Yeah.
It's difficult, man. That's what makes it a fucking grind, dude. Is like. Anybody can start a band. Anybody can practice enough to be able to play a show. But it's whether or not you're going to have the fucking savvy and the know-all or the wherewithal to like parlay that situation into a situation where you're putting money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Be it through the establishment or just with your own your merchandise game. So, it's just one of those things, man. If you work at something hard enough, I'm a very firm believer that if you work at something long enough and hard enough and you truly believe and you can really gamble on yourself, because at the end of the day, it's just one big gamble. But as long as you're comfortable with gambling on yourself, it's only a matter of time before somebody's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, we've been noticing what you're doing. We like it. We want to do this. Are you interested? And I feel like we're right fucking there. We're right there. So in 5 years, who's to say we're not, one of those bands, the first band on the main stage or whatever, or the last band on the second stage? I don't know.
Because then too, to think of like just something as big as those events, like Rock USA, Ozfest, all that stuff, like the amount of bands that are on this, this lineup is in this usually a 3-day event. So like you have like a new headliner each night.
Oh yeah,
and it's
a new
the
festival
lineup is just
every
so
day.
deep.
Yeah,
like they throw in a lot of good bands.
Hell
and
yeah, dude.
Like, you could show up first thing in the morning and fucking face melt the whole goddamn day.
Absolutely.
You can show up at 2:00 in the afternoon and still just like I'm still catching a great fucking show coming up because of the bands they have on there. And then when these bands aren't even on this massive tour, like Ozfest or whatever, they're doing possibly their own or something a little bit smaller, but they're still one of the premier bands to see in the country or in the world,
Yeah. Because that'll happen where bands won't necessarily be on tour on that specific tour the entire run. They're there for selected dates.
Yeah.
So
yeah, hey, you guys can be in the area. You guys want to hop on real
exactly.
quick?
Yeah. You got 40 minutes, whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, so to think that in 5 years you might be the 4:35 o'clock band on stage B, but in reality that could mean that you could be on another tour and you're band number 2 before headliner headliner. So
you're right.
That's still like a good way to look at it too. Like there's so much that could be, which every band would just kill to even still be in that time slot on that stage, on that tour, with all those names. Like,
dude, what I would get, ironically enough, Chicago Open Air 2018 or 2017, when Radish and Marcus came down with
the
Colonel, yeah. And ironically, that's when Radish was like serious, where he was like, "Hey, bro, Like, you should get serious about buying some equipment and come playing. And I was like, I don't know. I'm too good in my sales job to quit that. But yeah, dude, that show was the whole weekend. And it was such a party. And dude, yeah, just even to be the fucking 2:00 band on that day, that's still 2,000 people.
Yeah.
Plus,
yep.
At least. And it's just like, dude, whatever. Yeah. I'm down. Because you know what? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get to fucking hang out, or I'm going to get to talk to a lot of the bands that are on this fucking bill.
Someone's going to see what you're doing. Be like, hey, man, I like what you're doing. You guys got a week? We got 3 more shows coming up.
Could really use some local support.
Yeah,
yes.
There you go. So
good.
I mean, that's
good.
That's a really great spot to think about being in 5 years with the band.
Yeah. Yeah.
But have you ever thought about doing something a little solo? Like, I know you've mentioned kind of like you've played around with the idea of doing your own little solo project on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what about the band? Like, ever thought about starting something like, the Garrett Smith Experience, or Garrett Smith and the White Chocolates, or like something, like, just something.
Garrett Smith and the Pecan Sandies.
I was gonna say that one, but I already knew that was taken. Yeah, that's so funny.
I've always been accustomed to, like, especially when it comes to like extracurricular activities, hobbies. And I mean, that's the one thing that I'm like, I have trouble kind of dealing with just between the band and the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I make it work because they're both near and dear to my heart. So like, I'll make it work. But I've always been of a mind to never half-ass 2 things, always whole-ass 1 thing. So like, thank you, Mr. Swanson, little Parks and Rec shout out there. So yeah, the thought has come across my mind to do an extra project, to do another project. But in all actuality, the time it takes to get a band on board, and then figure out the scheduling for practice, and then writing the material, like,
yeah, think about Chris being a madman, fucking moseying like 3 or 4
yeah,
bands.
When I joined the band,
yeah,
right, 1,000 bands. Yeah, when I joined the band, he was in Reflection, Cyanosis, Vermilion, and I feel like there's another one in there.
Probably.
But then he does all these different fucking fill-in spots, fill-in shows and everything like that, just as a hired gun. And it's just like, man, I can't. Whew. I couldn't imagine. I could do double duty with bands for sure. I know I could. If I really wanted to, I know I could. But fucking 4? No.
And still work full-time.
And not only work full-time, but work like crazy overtime hours. Nah. And that motherfucker was driving to like Madison. He was driving to like Baraboo. He was driving like an hour to practice for 2 hours, drive all the way back. Like, fuck that. And not to mention, he's the drummer, so he's got to fucking tear down, pack up, unpack, set up, play, tear down, pack up. Oh, fuck that noise. Ugh.
All right.
Ugh.
So the next couple questions I have are about you specifically and your music.
Okay.
Your music.
Okay.
But they're going to sound like the same question, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you both of them, and then I'll explain my difference if I need to.
Okay.
So 2 questions are, what's the best song you have written? And then what's your favorite song you have written? So by that, I guess I'm trying to say, like, your favorite song, one that
I think I get
came straight from, like, your pure emotion, and then your favorite song, or the best song is, like, like Prazzatine or something like that, like your song,
Yeah. I would say, as far as the best song I've written, just, you go off of the reception of the fans, of the people that are listening to it, that are consuming it. Off the top of my head, I would say that, what is it? Poison in the Water. Poison in the Water's been a fan favorite. And Dead Skin Mannequin. So 2 songs off the first album. Whenever we play those, people usually, they get kind of rowdy.
The OG songs.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about them.
And then my favorite song, I would have to say, my favorite song to play right now is Truth is Treason, for sure. That song, for whatever reason, like, I think it's really cool because I'm using riffs that I'd used in bands prior that just didn't get the true justice that they really deserved.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been kind of like picking apart old songs and throwing in certain riffs here, throwing a bridge there. And now they're really being played to their full potential. So Truth is Treason is one of those songs that I wrote back in the day. I wrote I would say 2/3 of that song in 2008. Okay, so this is an older riff. I threw it together differently to some extent, but like there's two of the main riffs in that song that were written back when I was a kid, early 20s Garrett, musician Garrett.
Shit.
And now like when we play it with, the complementary talents of everybody else in the band, like, dude, when we play that fucking song live, it gives me the goosebumps every fucking time. There's a breakdown right at the end of it that just, it comes in so strong, and we've practiced it so much that we're so tight that it always sounds so fucking good. And oh God, I want to play a show right now. God damn it.
Is that the song that you and Chris both did like Facebook Lives of like a week ago or so?
I've only done one, and I played Dirt Under Nails. I think Dirt Under
Chris
Nails.
did.
Yeah, Chris has been playing fucking everything, dude. Yeah. He's been playing a whole hell of a lot. But yeah, I would say Poison in the Water, Dead Skin Mannequin, those are the best songs, just going off of fan reception. But my favorite song, by and far, Truth is Treason, for sure. Because again, that song just hits in just the right ways, man. And that is my personal opinion.
All right, man. So let's step away from the music stuff for a moment here. I know you like to eat like I do.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
As you can see here, got a baby. You got some titties too.
Yep.
Anyways, that's why they call me Master Milker.
I think Emily is about to walk in the door because Gertie's getting awfully suspicious.
Unless
squishy stretch.
Agent Smith is coming up here to fucking try to fight us. That'd be fucked up.
Worst mistake he ever made.
Right? Fight Neo and Morpheus at the same time.
He didn't stand a chance.
But where is your favorite place to go get Mexican?
Ooh, GTO over in Bayview. I couldn't tell you what GTO stands for, but they've got some of the best enchiladas in Milwaukee, for sure. Either GTO or the place right up the street from the Jam Space. Fuck, what is that place called?
Is that the place that Emily took me to?
Yeah. Oh man,
I don't remember it, but
called?
I know the place. I don't remember the name. I've only been there like once or twice.
I need her to walk in the door so she can tell me what it is. Fuck. Either way, you can get like a fucking, and it's so cool because they're just about turnaround, so they just serve your shit on like paper plates. Like, yeah, eat, get out.
GTO?
No. Oh, the place up the street from the Jam Space. Oh, fuck. What is that place called? I just
eat your food, get the fuck out.
My phone's over there. But yeah, basically, yeah. Oh man, either way, but I would have to say though, GTO's got the best.
And for everybody who doesn't know, Garrett's go-to is the enchiladas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Every place I've ever gone with him to get Mexican food, it's always I'll get the enchiladas.
Yeah, red sauce, please.
Yep.
Roja. Yeah, I'm a burger connoisseur. I'm an enchiladas connoisseur, man. I know exactly what I like.
He says connoisseur, but he just means consumer.
Yeah, but I mean either way, like they
mean the same fucking thing.
All right. Next question, asshole.
Obviously, I know you like to go to Camino too for food. They have that's probably the best burger.
One of them, yeah.
If you could create a Garrett Smith Cookie Commander special burger to be a limited edition, sold for only like 2 weeks at a spot, we'll just say Camino, because that's where you like to go. What would be on it?
Burger would be cooked medium rare. cheddar cheese.
But now, like an aged cheddar or just standard
cheddar. Just I mean, if we're going real fancy, then yeah, obviously any kind of aged.
Well, you can pick whatever you want, man.
Well, then
I would.
All right, okay.
In there, it can be whatever.
Then
you want.
would say, burger would be medium rare. It'd be like a 10-year aged sharp cheddar, diced raw onions, bacon extra crispy, maybe a tomato, but the last thing, it's gonna sound super creepy. It's gonna be really weird, but the last thing that's going on there is
avocado.
No, peanut butter, creamy peanut butter on the bottom part of the bun. So that when you put the burger on the actual peanut butter, it liquefies the peanut butter, soaks into the bottom of the bun.
Who had that?
It's an Elvis burger. It's an Elvis burger.
Chris was talking about that.
Yeah. I've had it before, and
I just remember these things, and then
dude, it's the most weird thing to put on a burger, but I'm telling you, bro, it's fucking delicious. It's
with the ketchup and everything on it too. Like, do you notice the peanut butter? Is it like
absolutely? It's peanut butter, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, like with the ketchup, the mustard. I mean, like for me, I like to fuck my burger up.
Yeah. You taste everything, dude, and it's a very weird. Again, it's like it's not going to be the same consistency.
It helps the bun to stick to the patty.
Exactly. Keeps it in
no
place.
More sliding.
But no, because it liquefies. So it's not like the peanut butter you would imagine on like a PB&J.
Yeah.
It's like a peanut butter spread that you'd see in like a Thai noodle bowl or something. You understand what I'm saying?
I've never had peanut butter noodles.
You've never had a peanut bowl, like a peanut Thai sauce? Really? That's surprising.
Do I look cultured?
Well, you look fat, so I mean that makes sense. Yeah. So I figured you would have eaten that.
No.
All right. Well, either way.
No, it is getting bad too. I have a hard time breathing sometimes.
Sure, it's not the Rona.
Oh no, it's definitely not the Rona. It's just some fat piece of shit. I'm not supposed to be this fat.
Dude, I know. I'm 231 right now. I weighed myself this morning.
Yeah, but think though, you lost 19 in the last few months?
I lost 20 pounds, yeah.
So, I mean, that's all right. I found 20 pounds in the last few months.
I've rediscovered 20 pounds.
I should be somewhere in that 165 to 175 range, but I'm probably in that 195
peaking over
200 range. Like, no joke.
Buddy.
And it's just all in my gut. Like, my arms and everything else still look good. Yeah, I know it is. I know it's the IPAs. I know it's the drinking.
Switch to booze.
I just told you. Jenny and I were talking about that. Because we're both getting chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so great, though, too, when we get ready to do sex. I always grab up on it. I'm like, yeah, baby. Lick it. She gets so mad.
Yeah, my move.
Stop.
My big move is I'll always throw my bed up, obviously naked. Obviously, I'll throw my leg up on the bed and I'll stick my gut out as far as I can. Just give it a good slap. You know what time it is, baby? She says the same thing every time. I'll do that. What's up? You're a loser. Oh my god. Really? Like, come on, I'll start like fingering my belly button. Get in that deep black. I don't know if we should shut down the car wash. It's just been the same guy watching it. It's just been the same guy getting his car washed over and over again.
It's making adjustments to his fucking ribs. It's from Dodgeball, in case you guys don't know. It's a little scene in Dodgeball.
That's for the finger in the belly button.
Yeah.
Get in there real deep like.
Get in there real nice and deep.
Yeah. Oh god, it's so gross. It's so gross.
Funny.
It's so funny though.
It's so funny.
But yeah, that would be in my burger. Bacon extra crispy. 10-year aged cheddar. So finally diced raw onion. Maybe a tomato. Some peanut butter on the bottom of the bun.
Yeah. So that's how fat we are. We started off with food, went to sex, and went right back to the fucking what's on the burger, man.
Fat boys are back. And you know they can never be whack. Fat boys are back. He's doing the fat boys.
Fat boys for life.
Thick boy
That's what we
nation.
need. We should trademark that. Fat boys for life. Delete this.
I can post that out.
Oh, dude.
That is funny.
That's so great.
It is funny. That's a good burger though.
Sounds like a tasty burger.
Yeah. I honestly, the peanut butter thing is a game changer.
What about putting jelly on there too, though?
No, that's
on the other bun, though. So you put peanut butter.
No,
yeah,
no,
see, that's what I'm
no,
getting at,
no,
though. So check this out. New burger. You put.
Are you interviewing me or what?
Yeah, no, you're totally right. I am. So what do you think about this idea?
Yeah, right. So hear me out. Your thoughts on jelly on a burger? That would be that'd be weird. I don't know if that'd be good though.
I think.
But then again, there's so many different kinds of like sweet barbecue sauces and stuff. You know, spreads that they put on burgers. Nowadays.
I'm sure it's been done. The way I envision it, it would be like the peanut butter on the bottom, jelly on the top,
and then
just pepper jack cheese though. A pepper jack cheese because it's that sweet and spicy taste.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you know, whatever else you want, like the lettuce, the tomato.
That's interesting.
The onion,
I'd give it a throw. At
jalapeno.
least give it a bite.
And then maybe a couple jalapenos. I might have to make that. Try
Jesus Christ, dude, that just sounds like I'm shitting my pants that day. Like,
yeah,
you're gonna put jalapenos on a peanut butter and jelly burger.
See, now where I have evolved to is like when you as you gain weight, you slowly start
gain
to
mass.
think
You gain mass.
I'm accumulating mass.
Accumulating mass. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Mac in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for those like
that one
parts
season.
that
That's just like the
chunk.
one season where he's just super fat.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Mac in that season.
Yeah.
I kind of look like Mac.
Yeah, but Mac gets fucking ripped again.
Yeah. I will. Yeah, dude. Once quarantine's done, dude, forget about it, dude.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. You know, all right. Oh, okay. Oh, you want? Okay, sure. You know what we should do? Next episode, get the scale. Let's film how much we each weigh. All right, and then we're gonna count how much weight we can lose. But
I like how you're thinking about like the pitch that you're trying to present to me as you're presenting it. You want to do a weight loss challenge? Just say that.
Let's do a weight loss challenge.
That a boy. Okay. You're going to lose.
Is this mic on?
Yeah. Oh, man.
You're going to lose. I just met a new Coke dealer.
Dude.
Mic drop. I will disconnect this and drop it. I'm just kidding.
I'm down, though. I'm down.
To get the Coke? Yeah, I know. But I'm talking about the weight loss challenge.
Yeah, we're
talking
down
to do
come
that.
on, man. Focus. Yeah, dude, no, I'm definitely down. I'd love to do that.
I really,
I'm just letting you know you're gonna lose, but I will be more than happy to lend a helping hand along the way, buddy. I've been talking about this for a while. I would love to see you lose some weight, and I need that extra motivation right now to fucking get back into really working out.
Yeah, because like we can go running. We just got to run 6 feet apart.
Yeah, that's fine. And I have, like I said, I
I'll
have
be
the
6 feet
membership.
behind 'cause
I have
I'm
the
big.
membership. I have the membership for Orange Theory, so that we can do the classes that they give us on the app. They're like the at-home classes.
So should we quit smoking too?
What did I say? What did I say before? I need to make a concerted effort to actually try to quit smoking. That's what I said verbatim. So yeah, I'm in.
All right. I gotta do it anyways too. We'll do it together. No, it's good. It's good. Good.
Yeah,
good,
for
good,
sure.
good.
All right. Well then. All right. How many
All right,
cigarettes?
final-
How many cigarettes do you have in your pack right now?
I have cigarettes in my truck.
Like a whole pack.
2 packs. But one's for Jenny. So yeah.
Okay,
I'll
so you have a whole pack.
I'll be on with them. They'll be gone by
I have
tomorrow.
2 cigarettes
They'll
left.
be gone by
I have 2
tomorrow.
cigarettes. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I have 2 cigarettes. I'm gonna smoke tonight, and then I'm not gonna buy any more cigarettes.
Okay. No,
Okay.
good.
So today is the 28th.
Are we doing this?
Let me state the terms first. Today is the 28th of April, the year 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Mike are about to enter into a agreement to quit smoking and try to lose the most amount of weight. We'll give ourselves until the beginning of June. Okay, June 1st is the end of this competition. We're gonna have to do the weigh-in properly, which we can do for the next episode. I'll bring the scale out here. We'll get in our underwear and we'll fucking jump on the scale.
They're gonna laugh at me. Actually, I just ripped a pair of boxers today because my dick's so big.
So, but I just think of that scene from Couples Retreat when they're all on the beach and fucking Jean Reno is just like, all right, undress. And everybody gets into their underwear and just like this exercise, just like supposed to be comfortable with your body. And Jason Bateman's kind of like floating around like a weirdo. But of course, Faison Love, big fat ass black dude, still has his pants on. He's just like, hey, he said to take your clothes off. No, I heard him. The problem is I don't got any drawers on. It's like, hey man, that's how it has to be. That's the way of the world. That's how it has to be. Let it go, let it flow, or something like that. And he pulls his pants down. Vince Vaughn is his junk out? Yeah. Now it's a party. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Anywho, we'll do the weigh-in. And then I don't think, obviously, we don't need to shoot for a goal as far as how much we're going to lose, but we'll shoot for just whoever loses the most.
Yeah, because we'll just do a weigh-in every week when we do our podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not?
Because I don't want you to know my progress every week. Because
at
the end of
this,
no. At the end of this, there has to be some sort of treat at the end of this. So, like, whoever wins gets dinner and drinks or something of the sort.
Yeah.
Or they have to pay, I tell you what, whoever loses has to pay the first 2 months of the new equipment that we're going to get. And that includes the first payment.
Well, isn't that usually included in the first 2 months?
No. The first payment just to get everything sent.
Oh.
And then the following 2
months.
So
3 payments, but 2. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So, you're not going to weigh in every week?
I don't think we should have to.
Why not?
Because
that keeps it competitive.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
3 pounds lighter than I am.
All right.
I need to go.
We'll get used to that because it's gonna be like that every week. But
yeah,
we'll put it on the record. We'll do it every week.
I'll weigh in every fucking week. I don't
every
give a
week.
Shit.
Smoking.
What about it?
That's the other part, and I'll be able to know. You know what? Fuck smoking. We're not gonna put smoking into this.
Yeah. Wait first.
Yeah. First 3 payments.
I already offered. So. The rivalry has started. All right. Speaking of which, we have a little something we need to get to yet tonight.
I fucking felt like I just snapped my finger with the Infinity Gauntlet on right now.
And I'm still fucking here because you can't get rid of this.
Yeah. Before we do you have any more questions?
Yes, one.
Okay.
In the time that you don't have to spend with the band, doing practice shows, any of that stuff.
Warzone. I'm just kidding. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
We can just end it.
No. Go ahead. Come on.
No.
Come on, buddy.
No.
Come on, spit it up.
I just want to know what you do for fun, but Warzone. So, yeah, I fucking know already. So, I play with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're fucking
It's going to lead into the whole Twitch thing and everything and whatever, but it's good. It's good. I mean, you know where we are.
To answer your question, outside of the band, that's like I was saying before, the whole quarantine thing is like nothing really has changed out of my daily basis. It's work, the girl, and the band, and you and the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So my favorite thing to do, I suppose, is just relax, dude. I feel like I'm always like in 10 places at once, and I'm always thinking a mile a minute. So it's just like it's really nice when I can just literally, and the one thing I love about this job is it's taught me how to just turn my phone on silent and just ignore it. I just turn my phone on silent and I just focus on whatever I'm doing. It doesn't matter if I'm playing video games or if I'm fucking giving my girlfriend shit or if I'm fucking with my cat or I'm messing with the dog. Doesn't matter what it is. Just as long as I can like turn my brain off, so to speak, because I'm spread. I don't want to say I'm spread thin because I'm really not, but at the same time, I feel like I am. Ugh.
Yeah.
But it's what I want. It's what I want. It's what I love. I love this podcast. I love you. I love everybody in Reflection. Phil, Chris, Dusty. You guys are my fucking homies to the fucking end of the world and back. I love my girlfriend. That chick's going to be with me until the day I die. Fucking ride or die, man. For sure. No, I'm just
Where
kidding.
can we find you?
Red carpet. What's going on? But yeah, it's just, just being peaceful. That's all it really is for me. I don't really give a shit what I'm doing. It's just as long as I'm not annoyed, which it's really hard in this day and age to not be annoyed. But, when you're in the privacy of your own home, it's a little bit easier. But yeah, Twitch. I do want to talk about that a little bit. I did start my Twitch channel. I got the Twitch app on my Xbox now, finally. Dank Mob. Or not Dank Mob, that's Xbox. Twitch is the Cookie Commander. You can also find Mike on Twitch as the Master Milker.
Yeah.
All split up with underscores. I've got one video up. I'm pretty sure you've got nothing up. Not surprising.
Which is weird because what I got to do is I just got to upload it. Because I recorded.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got videos.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get that fixed. Yeah, that's this.
Either way, that's
when I'm trying to do
one of the one of the little ventures we got going on. We're actually at the end of this recording. We're gonna start fucking around with some promo videos for our on the block wrestling.
Promo, PROMO, not porno. Just
promo.
Okay.
No homo.
Yeah. Just want to clarify for the fucking people because sometimes our shit gets a little fucked up with the audio.
Yeah, like the beginning of this episode.
Sorry,
but it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna get to that actually because it's getting 7:45 now. Getting up there. I want to make sure I don't keep you too late.
Yeah. I gotta take a pee-pee.
Yeah. Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, YouTube now,
Facebook,
yeah, go to facebook.com/milkandcookies. Go like and share the page, rate, review, subscribe, all that jazz. Any content, concerns, comments, rude remarks can be sent to dippingmilkandcookies@gmail.com. Please send in anything you want, whatever it is. Just no weird shit, all right? Please.
Just fucking send it. Full send.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just do it.
I appreciate the interview, man. This was cool. When you told me this idea, I was really surprised because normally your ideas are shit. I gotta get my jabs in when I can because I know as soon as we start playing fucking Call of Duty, when you and Anthony are together, I just end up getting shit on. And I don't know why. That kid the last couple of days has just been really gunning at me really hard, and I don't know why. And it's really starting to annoy me.
It's because you're not as good. I am. Get good, noob.
The last 5 games I've played, I've gotten over 3 kills each one.
It's not about the kills. It's about the actual team assistance.
Shut the fuck up. I have 3 more wins than you do.
Yeah. How much more game time do you have than I do?
Not much.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay.
We can check the fucking stats.
All right, anyways, we're getting
we should
sidetracked.
post the fucking stats.
We're getting sidetracked.
Because then they can see.
Focus.
They can see.
Focus.
It's about the percentages. You really think about it, man. The percentages, yeah, that's up. Anyways, let's finish this up. I have to go pee.
Totally. Go like and share the page. Appreciate the interview. Appreciate the episode. It was very thoughtful and it was very fun. I did laugh. There were some really good questions in there too, bud.
I know. Just our sound quality is gonna get better.
It will. It's all one big curve, man.
We're gonna revisit this.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have some new questions for
you. Go back to any of these fucking crazy huge podcasts. You go back to their first 20, 30 episodes. You're gonna find a couple of speed bumps.
Not the ones that have money to buy the good shit.
Well, hey man, you gotta start somewhere. Either way, we love you guys. We will see you guys next week. What are we going to talk about next week? Okay.
No. You know what? Next week, we will talk about me.
Okay.
Garrett can interview me.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
Catch me on the spot, then it's going to be about me, goddammit.
Yeah. Real quick before we leave, I keep forgetting about it every fucking week. Carlos from TKO sent us an email asking for a shout out. Carlos, I got you, buddy. I didn't forget about you. We appreciate you fucking listening. We appreciate the email.
Thanks, bro.
I miss you little fucking ass. That shit. We used to have a lot of fun at TKO. All the fucking shenanigans we pull at that goddamn place. Yeah. But big mad props to Carlos. Carlos, we appreciate the feedback and everything, buddy.
This dab is for you, bud.
Indeed.
Whoa. There you go.
All right, guys, we got to get the fuck out of here. Everybody be good. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Love you, buddy.
Love you too, best friend.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Produced by the Dank